Hello gamers, we are back for more Tsukihime remake, A Piece of Blue Glass Moon. I think this is now part 7. First of all, apologies. I know there wasn't a part last week, and I thought almost no one would notice, but turns out, I guess people do care, which is honestly very flattering, because I got a bunch of comments on my other videos asking like, hey bro, where's Tsukihime this week? And I was honestly happy to see those comments, because I know the series is not that popular, because it's very story intensive, and obviously it's very spoiler heavy and whatnot, and people, chances are they want to go through it themselves, but I'm glad to see that there's actually some dedicated viewers out there. Not just on the stream right now when I'm doing this live, but on the YouTube uploads as well when I'm getting these up there after these streams. So that's very cool actually. So hey, hopefully you're not too mad. Here it is. This is part 7. We're back. And from now on, it should be very weekly again. Normally, even if I don't do these on Sundays, I can do them on some other day of the week, but last week was just so hectic with the tier list starting and everything as gacha games were busy for me. I just didn't have any day I could slot Tsukihime into, so that's why we had it like that gap week. But now, again, we should be pretty good to go for weekly content again. But yeah, if you don't see one for some week, don't worry, the series is not going to get cancelled. I am committed to playing this game until the end, so there might be a gap week rarely, but I'm trying to minimize them as much as I can. So there you go. There's an intro. We're back. I'm not even going to do the disclaimers at this point anymore. If you're watching this series, you should not start at part 7, so you probably already know how this works. Let's just go. Get right in, back in there. Yeah, I think last part was pretty hectic. We had the appearance of the first big bad. And we even had some combat involved, including like many characters like Shiki and Arcueid. But the situation got diffused. And the whole hotel was burning and whatnot. Even though they were kind of like fake flames, whatnot. They were not like flames that would like destroy the building, but like flames that can still burn people and whatnot. It was like different kinds of fire. Magical fire. I don't know what to call it. So stuff like that. Okay. 100% or just the 3 routes? I would probably ideally 100%. Like, I assume you mean like go for the bad endings and whatnot, because there should be like a tree with all the branching paths. We can just go through every single path at one point individually and just see everything there is to see. But at least, at the very least, I do want to do all the routes. And then probably also the bad endings, yeah. So stay tuned, we're gonna try and cover everything. But right now, I'm just doing a blind playthrough, just picking what I feel like picking and just going with the flow. No retries or going back to other choices at this point, but I'm sure we're going to do some of that later too. Alright, we're back. It's already light outside. Whoa. Very spooky. That explains why the man left so suddenly. The sun illuminates the city with its gentle light. Night has given way to day. For now, I should just focus on getting Arcueid the rest she needs. Taking the taxi is out of question. We stand out. If a pair this sus got into your car, you definitely remember the faces. Instead, I carry her as far from the hotel as I can before boarding a bus bound for Soya Station. We're lucky, given the early hour, there are no witnesses or curious onlookers to point their gaze at us. Guess they made it out of the hotel, that's nice. The emergency exit around the back is exactly like I left it 2 days ago. Neither the residents nor the building's caretakers must have noticed the lock was broken. It's 6:30 in the morning now. I sneak into the self-proclaimed vampire's room just like I did last time. Finally, this long mess of a day can be laid to rest. Ooh. I think we are definitely ending this in-game day. In fact, is it right now? We might be now, or just a bit later, but we should be ending. Oh yeah, there it is. Well, I guess we maybe should have continued up until this part last time. I didn't realize it was this close, but you know, it's not like it was that big of a deal. It's kind of funny, if anything. Oh, there we go. Yay, we did it. Day done. I thought I asked people, and I thought they said there was still like at least 30 minutes to an hour or something left. I don't know. Maybe they misremembered too, but it's not like it matters all that much. Anyway, day 5, we made it. What is this called? Oh, it's just Fire and Blood 2. We got the sequel. It's a multi-parter. That's crazy, bro. I assume we're gonna see the man again. What was his name again? I'm so bad at remembering names because I only saw him for the first time last time. We had his name drop. It was something special, like not a very traditional name at all. You know, Tsuda Kenjiro's character. Vlov, yeah. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but yeah. He's a thing. Arcueid's room doesn't exactly scream vampire. I wasn't in the right state of mind last time, so I didn't get a good look. But it's just a normal apartment. There isn't a bottle of blood in sight. No mysterious sculptures or antiques either. Yeah, she kinda lives like a normal person. Crazy. I muttered to myself as I lay her down on the bed sheets. She might be light, but that doesn't make it any less exhausting to have carried her all the way here. I plant myself right there on the floor and catch my breath. It's just about 7 o'clock. Damn crisp sound effect of the curtains. I force one last ounce of strength into my tired bones and shut the curtains. And with that, my body finally releases the tension it had been holding on to all this time. As I try to sit back down, my knees give out and send me crashing down onto the floor. Ever since my accident, my body's been slow to heal from injuries. Though that was never cause for me to shy away from working out. The Arimas had a dojo, so I always made sure to exercise as much as I could. Even a common cold can be dangerous if you don't take care of yourself. But since I've kept active, I'd say I'm about as fit as anyone. It's just my stamina that's awful. Like an athlete geared for a single sport, I'm a sprinter that isn't going to be winning any marathons. Now that I'm lying on the ground, there's no way I'm getting up again. I spent the entire night talking to Arcueid, and it's been a full day since I had anything decent to eat. It's kind of amazing that I've managed to hold out this long, frankly.
Arcueid,
I steal a glance at the girl on the bed. Her abdomen seems to have stopped bleeding, and if she can come back to life after being dismembered, I'm not really sure I need to be worried in the first place. My guy just wants to take a look, I understand, you know. He's a healthy young man, despite being special. My head throbs like I have a fever. I'm so tired I can barely breathe, yet here I am, more worried about her than about myself. Maybe I really am coming down with something. Calm right now, at least. Wakey wake. Oh. Is that the news? Motorcycle accident, nani? But no deaths. Maybe that's just a random news thing, not related to anything. I don't know. Not a gas leak, finally true. Guess I was tired enough to pass out right here on the floor. It looks like someone opened the curtains and covered me with a blanket while I was still snoozing. I'd wager it's past noon by now. The TV is switched on and playing the same old news in the background. I look to the bed, but I don't see Arcueid. I prop myself up to get a better look around. There's a hint of movement coming from the kitchen in the next room. She's actually cooking or something. I shrug off the blanket as I lurch to my feet. I'd be better to head to the kitchen and check on her wounds. I was about to ask, are they going to cover the hotel too? Wasn't there a bunch of deaths? Like innocent people? Like this should be an insane thing, right?
ホテル内の消火作業を続けている模様です。
I freeze in place. My gaze is drawn back to the newscast.
ホテルに宿泊していた200名の安否は未だ確認されていません。現在
200. No survivors found so far. Holy crap, dude. That would be insane if that was real life. The news anchor continues droning on about the details in a detached voice. A list of 200 names scrolls across a photo of the hotel we stayed at last night. Neither Arcueid's nor my name is listed. They're clueless, man. I turn off the TV. 200 guests remain unaccounted for? They have yet to find any survivors? If they already know what they know, why hold out on telling everyone the truth? That every last person in the hotel was engulfed by those insane flames and burned to a crisp, leaving nothing behind? I resist the urge to hurl. I can't. Not here. Not now. Simply feeling sick would make me no better than swine. After coming out of that alive, the only thing I should let myself feel is hatred. 200 people. 200 people of whom not a trace remains, who were massacred without a shred of sympathy or mercy. There he is. His face flares vividly in my mind. I don't know who he is. All I know is that he's the monster behind the carnage. Is my heart numb from all the things I saw? Fear still courses through my veins. Anger too, coiling around like a snake. Yet my thoughts remain cool and collected. It's like my brain and my heart are working on two different frequencies. Just thinking about that fur-clad man makes me want to rage, yet my fingertips tingle with alertness, primed for action. I don't need emotions to know what to do. I don't need fire or heat or passion. All I need is to do is cleanly cut through his lines. Oh. Well, she seems fine. Arcueid pokes her head out from the kitchen. She talks to me casually like nothing happened. I think the grammar was kind of weird in that one sentence, but I just read it as is. I wasn't sure. I think it kind of made sense, but it was just worded really weirdly. I think it could still make sense. Her sweet smile takes me by surprise, and I need to swallow hard to even out my breathing. The cold thoughts of vengeance that clog my mind melt like snow before the sun. You never know, just in case, I think I'll take a thumbnail shot here. Where do you get the thing again? Ah, there we go. Could be a decent base to start with. Let's see. My keyboard wants to wake up. There it is. All the Arcueid thumbnails, am I right? What am I even thinking about? Get it together, Shiki. The whole reason you got up in the first place was to check on her.
Arcueid,
Hey Leon, how you doing? She seems to be just fine. It looks like she's back to the way she was before. If anything, she's definitely looking better than I'm feeling right about now. At least the person in my immediate vicinity is safe. What the hell am I talking about? She isn't even a person, at least not in the usual sense. How did I forget that? I must still be half asleep. Ouch.
ちょっと前までじゃなくて今でもそう思ってる。でもそれとこれとは別問題だろ。助けてもらったら感謝ぐらいはするさ。
Hmm.
助けたって私が指揮を？
Her eyes are wide with surprise. Did she not even realize she rescued me?
そうだよ。お前は俺を助けてくれたんだよ。だから今更だけどかばってくれてありがとう。お前に引っ張られなかったら俺も焼け死んでいたところだ。
ありがとうって別にいいよ、そんなこと考えなくて。シキがブローブと出会った原因は私にあるんだし、シキに感謝される資格はないもの。
助けられたのも事実だろ。アルクエイドは俺をかばってくれた。その点だけは本当に感謝してる。
Guy's name was
確か
Vlov,
に
yeah?
事実だけ見ればそうだけど、
Vlov?
やっぱりそれは違うよ、シキ。見張り役を引き受けなければあなたはあんな目には合わなかった。
And wasn't it though that she was gonna kill him or something if he didn't play along? I feel like he really didn't have much of a choice anyway.
シキの生活に毒を混ぜたのは
But since
私よ。
if she actually hasn't killed anyone for real, maybe she was
感
just
謝する
bluffing.
のは間違ってるんじゃない？
She has gotten weirdly caught up on this.
間違ってないよ。自分の行動は自分で責任を持つしかない。ずっと昔にそういうことを教えてくれた人がいたんだ。周りがどうあれ自分が望んでやったことは自分の手で決着をつけなさいって。
Which is why I don't hold the slightest grudge against her over the whole guard thing either. If there's anyone to blame for getting me into this mess, it's myself.
そっか。
No, I'm to blame. I pressed that choice for him.
盾が必要になった
XD
の
meta
は
moment.
シキが私を殺したからだものね。
Hmm.
ならあなたを巻き込んだことについて私が謝る必要はないってこと？
ああ、そういうこと。自業自得なんだよ今の俺は。
自業自得か。
Hmm.
シキってば初めから運が悪かったのね。人を殺すにしたって私以外の子にしておけばこんなことにはならなかっただろうし。
True, but I feel like he wouldn't have had those sensations about other girls. Which probably only because she's special. But, you know, fair.
あのな。
Unless he's a bit more freaky. Aware. That's assuming I would have killed someone else at all. It's not like I make a habit out of stalking people down the street and murdering them. Yeah, I'd like to believe that too. She was the first and only person for who I ever felt that uncontrollable urge to kill. And I have a feeling I wouldn't just feel that for anyone else.
何？忘れ物でも思い出したの？
いや、忘れ物というかなんていうか、考えてみればどうして
Yeah, true. We never really found out why he got those weird sensations. There must be some reason. She knits her brows in disapproval. A fair reaction. You wouldn't want to hear that your murderer doesn't even know why they killed you.
理由なんてないんじゃない？だってシキは根っからの殺人鬼なんだから。
Yeah, he's just a high school serial killer, no worries.
は？
That's the reason.
私を襲った時なんてすごく手慣れていたものね。チャイムを押して扉が開いた瞬間に手を差し込んできて有無を言わさず中に押し入る。こっちが驚いている間に衝撃で生命活動を停止させて、あとはザックザクに切り裂いてバ
I
ラバラ
guess
に
he
する。
did do some pro moves.
あの不意打ちは完璧だった。どのくらい完璧だったかっていうと、あの時の式をそのままキャンバスに閉じ込めれば、
And a more
それ
vivid
以上はないほ
fair.
どの絵になるぐらい完璧だった。私がまだ正常なままだったら、お城に持ち帰って飾ってあげたいぐらい。
She excitedly rattles off a litany of bizarre praise. But there's just one issue.
けど、今回は殺した相手が悪かったわね。 シキが今まで何人殺してきたかは知らないけど、獲物に私を
I
選んだ
guess
時
it's
点
safe
で
for her
年
to
貢
assume
の納
that,
め時
you
だった
know,
んじ
this
ゃない？
angle that maybe he did kill people in the past since it was so expertly done, but, you know, clueless, I guess, maybe.
何よ、
Hopefully.
さっきから怖い顔して。
Although we did have that flashback several times where he has PTSD from, of his childhood. His sister was there and then someone else is dead, who I presume he killed. No spoilers, please. I'm just thinking out loud here. I'm not sure if it was an accident or something snapped at him as well at that time. But yes, that one flashback has been, you know, it's been flashing at least 2 or 3 times now. Even during last session when he was fighting there. So
言いたいことがある
maybe
ならはっき
something
り言え
related
ばい
to
いの
this, I
に。
don't know.
私とあなたの間で今さら我慢することなんてないでしょ？
Oh, right, she is. I nod and beckon her to come closer.
何？内緒話？
She closes the gap between us quickly, eyes sparkling with anticipation. She does this pose a lot, right? Where she like leans forward with her arms behind her back, right? This seems to be like a staple of hers. They even put it in the opening movie and whatnot. Like it's like a thing she does. She's like, I bring my lips to her ear and decide to say my piece.
あの
Whoa.
な、アルクエイド。
Shiki ASMR.
何？
1, 2.
そんなわけないだろ、このバカ女！
You just yell into her ear. Ouch. Fair. My voice echoes throughout the apartment. I blasted her eardrums with all the volume I could muster. Oof, that tinnitus though. Oof! Ow. She groans as she makes a big show of clutching her ear. Oh, get rid of it. Oh, there we go.
あ
Safe.
ったまきた！突然何するのよ、シキ！
怒りたいのはこっちの方だ。なんか微妙にめちゃくちゃな注文してきやがるかと思えば、お前、そういうことだったのか。
そういうことって。
They're still
何？
pretty clueless about each other, but yeah, that's fair because they only met just recently.
俺をイカれた殺人鬼だと思い込んで、化け物相手に盾になれとか見張りをやれとか、無茶な注文をしてきたことだよ。
Have I ever seen the granny skirt art? Is it like a different design of hers? Maybe not. It doesn't sound fun.
ああ、もう、とんでもない勘違いをしやがって。いいか。
It's her original design or something?
俺は殺人鬼でも殺人狂でもない。人を殺すなんて。
I think I know it
初めて
then.
だったんだから。
It's like the really long skirt, right? That like goes all the way up to her ankles. I think I've seen it, if that's the case. Like the shirt is basically the same, right? It's just like the lower body that's different. My confession must have come as quite the surprise. Her sheer shock makes me finally realize how extraordinary it was that I murdered her.
嘘。あんなに手慣れてて、あれが初めてだったっていうの、シキ？
そうだよ。こんなおかしな目を持ってるけど、俺だってそれなりにできる
Like
だけ
this is all
真
just
面目に生きて
clearing
きた
the
んだ。
air, basically, because they both have completely like wrong notions about each other.
この線を使って人を殺したいなんて思ったことは一度もない。
No, it's coin. We have bot power in the chat. Woo!
ふん。それじゃあどうして見ず知らずの私を殺したりしたのよ。
Yeah, now she understands his confusion as well. Why indeed?
だからそれが
I'm about to tell her I don't know, but pause as I realize just what a coward I am.
あの時俺はお前と街ですれ違った途端吐きそうなぐらい気になって。
From the second I saw her, I could only think of her snow white form. Yeah, there's that CG again. I couldn't stop the lust welling up beneath my skin, nor the vulgar grin that crept across my face as I chased her down. Ooh, the CG again. It was so fucking brutal, bro. Oh my god.
気がついたら君を
Not for children.
この手で
Right here in this room. Without any rhyme or reason. I chopped up that beautiful figure and stood in the puddle of her bloody remains. Oof.
そうか
Strength evaporates from my body. No longer able to stand, I drop to my knees. Of course, I don't have any right to be angry with her. Even if she's alive now, even if she was never human to begin with. The fact remains that I killed her with my own 2 hands.
何よ、またいきなり黙っちゃって。そうかって、何がそうなの、シキ。
だからごめんって
Huh?
言わな
I've been using how weird this all is to avoid doing something incredibly important.
ごめんごめんなアルクエイド俺は君をここで殺した俺は何よりそのことを一番最初に謝らないといけなかったのに
No wonder she thought I was just some cold-blooded killer. Without showing any guilt or remorse, I've been acting like I was the victim. Not just that, even now I still don't know why.
殺したのは事実なんだだから俺は罰を受けないといけないこんな人殺し
It's starting to settle in more for
混ぜ
him.
るわけにはいかないだろう
What I did was beyond evil. A person who decides to take a life without reason doesn't deserve to walk free.
そう。シキは本当に自分でも理由がわからないのね。
I nod, still hanging my head.
つまり、楽しいとも感じなかったってことでしょ
Hmm.
うん。確かに殺人鬼の中には息をするみたいに人を殺すやつもいるけど、
Yeah, I don't think it's a crime of
シキは
passion
普段
either.
はまともっぽいよね。
そうだ
Go!
一応
I
そういうつも
managed
り
to
だけ
farm
ど
300s from the grand duel. Come at me, new hot ladies. I'm ready.
Nice. Yo, Sete, thank you for the 51 months as well. And welcome back to the Go Gang. Thank you, thank you.
いいえ、
That's
まっとう
nice.
すぎるぐらいまともよ。あなたは。それで、殺したくなったのは私だけなの？
ああアルクエド以外にはそんな気持ちにはならなかった
Hmm.
なんだ、なら問題ないじゃない。
Hmm.
ほら、顔を上げてシキ。あなたは殺人鬼なんかじゃないよ。
I lift my head as if I've been forgiven. She's smiling, brimming with confidence and trust that it startles me. I killed her, but she believes in me more than I believe in myself. It's such a weird situation when you think about it.
それに何の罰も受けなくていいと思う。たまたまシキが殺したいって思った相手が私で、
Yeah, I don't know if it was by chance. There probably was something else going on, but you know. Sure, we'll go with that for now.
けど、都合のいいことに私が吸血鬼だったんだから、誰も死んでないでしょ？
Hmm.
だからシキがそんなに悩む必要はないよ。人間たちの社会の道徳も気にしなくていいと思う。人間にあなたは弾劾できない。だって今のところ世界でシキを責めていいのは被害者である私と当事
Lucky
者で
him,
あ
I
るシキ
guess.
本人だけなんだから。
それはそうだけどお前を殺したっていう事実だけは決して変わらないじゃないか
Even if what she says is true, even if there's no proof that any crime occurred, I'm still going to carry this sin with me forever.
それは当然よ。私だってまだ根に持ってるんだから。そう簡単に忘れられちゃ困るわ。
She didn't die when she was killed, true. SMH. Breaking your own rules like that.
だけどね、シキ。ちゃんとあなた本
Although I
人
guess
が
she's
そう思え
not
て
human,
ずっと後
so
悔していく
maybe it
な
doesn't
ら
apply to her
問
in
題
the
はない
first
んじゃ
place.
ない？
Yeah. She ain't people. That'd just be cheating my way out, though.
シキ、人間の中にはね、どんなに世の中を恨んでいても悪魔に魂を売れない人がいるわ。例えば、吸血鬼相手にごめんなさいなんて言える正直者とかね。だから大丈夫。誰がなんて言ったって、シキ本人がそうじゃないって言い切ったって、シキはまだそっち側の世界にいられる
I
よ。
mean, he's lucky that she's so nice about it, I'm not gonna lie. Someone else would be a lot more pissed off, I bet. I'm at a loss for words. How can she say such kind, reassuring words to the man who murdered her?
ほら、そんなことより私たちにはもっと厄介な問題があるでしょ。シキの目も覚めたんだし、今後のことを話し合いたいんだけど。
Oh, she okay? Uh-oh. It's like someone flipped a switch. One moment she is cheerfully chattering away and the next she's on the ground.
アルクエイド
I rush to her side.
参ったな。やっぱりまだ無理みたい。
She really needs to get a full rest on. Her breathing is labored and beads of sweat glisten across her brow. My eyes wander to her abdomen, where the slightest trace of red has started to seep through her white sweater. Oh no.
お前、この傷
That's the one she incurred while protecting me in the hotel.
ブローブに裂かれたところね。シキにやられたせいで治りが遅くなってるだけよ。とりあえず傷口だけは塞いでおいたんだけど、あんまり効果はなかったみたい。
What's up, Ark? Having a good time.
Yo, Avalon, 33 months. Thank you so much. And welcome back to the Go Gang. Having a good time? Yeah. Having a nice time so far. Thank you, man. Hopefully you're too. Her tone is still cheery as ever, but I notice an undercurrent of pain shuddering around the edges.
塞いでおいたって何で
それ。
She gestures at a brown object dropped haphazardly on the wooden floor. At a glance, I mistake it for a small ring cake, but upon closer inspection, I realize it's packing tape. She just taped her wound. Oof.
バカも休み休みにしろ！ガムテープで傷口を縛る奴がどこにいるってんだ！
もう、あんまり人のことバカバカ連呼し
Goofy
ないでよ。
music is here.
なんだか本当にそうなのかなって考えちゃうじゃない。
うるさい！いいから傷口を見せろ！
I reached out a hand to lift her shirt, and she quickly steps away from me, dropping backwards onto the bed with a soft thud. It does work. Yeah, but it's not ideal, obviously. Surely she would have bandages or
どうする
something.
つもりだ？
いいよ、こんなの放っておいたって。シキこそバカな真似はやめてよね。女の子の服を剥ごうなんて、人よりたちが悪いわよ。
True. Calm down, son.
あのな、俺はお前を人間として見てないんだから。
Wow, how convenient,
男も
bro.
女もないだ
How
ろ。
convenient.
ほら、いいからおとなしくしてろ。俺をかばった傷で死なれたら、一生負い目が
My
でき
guy
ちまう。
wants to see the midriff so bad. She pouts and glares at me for a moment, but ultimately rolls over to the bed in my direction. Her lips are still firmly shut. She gets back on back on her feet with childlike reluctance. She's sulking about it, but it looks like she'll at least let me take a look.
よし。どんな手当てをしたのか、ちょっと見せてみろ。
Oh wow, they actually made a ZG for like a new sprite. What the hell? That's a lot of tape. And it's definitely seeping through. Oh no. She lifts her sweater to reveal her abdomen. Wow. I have to resist the urge to go off on a tirade again. The tape is tightly wrapped around not just her wound but her entire abdomen. The second she lowers her shirt again, I pull her up into my arms.
何するのよ、シキ。
ベッドに寝かすんだよ。病院に連れて行きたいのは山々だけど、そういうわけにはいかないだろう。
I place her back onto the bed as gently as I can.
いいか、俺が戻ってくるまで絶対に動き回るなよ。さっきみたいに歩き回ったらお前のことなんて忘れてさっさと逃げるからな。
Is much tirade? I'm not even sure what the word means. Is it like a... I thought it was just like a rant or a tangent or something. Probably like similar word. I've never seen that word used for that stuff. I quickly scanned the room. Not a first aid kit or even a bandage in sight. Guess you don't need any of that when you can revive whenever you want to. At hell, this might be the first time she's ever needed medical treatment. I feel around to check how much I have on me. 2,000 yen in cash. Not a lot.
いや、見栄を張ってる場合じゃない。
Oh, it's like the noun for scolding. So instead of saying go on a scold, you say tirade. You go on a tirade. Basically to scold someone.
アルクエイド、お前金持ちだって言ったよな。
うん。お金には不自由してないけど、それが何よ。
She's rich.
現金でもカードでもとにかく貸してくれ。
Like,
手
give
当
me
に必要なものを
money,
買い込んでく
please.
れ。お前に効果があるかどうかはわからないけど、最低限の手当ぐらいしよ
いいけど、無駄かもしれないよ。
Modern gaming moment.
う。無駄でもやるんだ。そのまま放っておけるもんか。
わかった。私も体の作りそのものはシキたちと同じなんだし、それなりに意味はあるかもしれないし。
She holds out a wad of 10,000 yen bills in front of me. Oh my god. I'm not even going to ask where she pulled this stack of bills from.
お前は黙って横になってろ。あ、でも眠っちゃダメだからな。横になってもちゃんと起きてるんだぞ。
シキ、すごく無茶な注文してるよ、それ。
無茶だけどやれ。眠ると体の機能は低下する。免疫力とか抵抗力な。
True.
なんで、傷が塞がっていないまま寝ると、ますます悪化するんだそうだ。睡眠で回復するのは頭の疲れだけで、傷や病気は治してくれないだろう。だから、とりあえず手当てをするまでは起きていた方がいい。
At least he knows like basic first aid and whatnot.
へえ。うん、それってその通りよ。
I've been, not bad, I guess. A lot of stuff has been happening, but yeah, mostly having a good time still.
あのさ、なんで笑うんだよ、そこで。
だって、シキが頼りになるんだもん。
Wow. She must have a screw loose somewhere. But I keep from saying anything. I need to get back to the job at hand. I leave her bedroom and remove my bloodstained jacket before I head out. Time to go shopping. Wait, what? Something in the kitchen catches my eye as I head for the exit.
飯だ。
Oh, did she actually cook? Hey, yo. Sitting on the table is a meal, or rather a plate of food. Maybe a mishmash of ingredients would be more accurate. At the very least, I think it was something that was supposed to resemble food. Oh, so she tried, but maybe she doesn't really know how to cook. Okay, interesting. This must be why she was in the kitchen earlier. She said she normally doesn't eat anything, so I don't exactly need to guess who she was preparing all this food for. Wow.
あ、もう、なんなんだ、あいつ。
I'm annoyed. I can't stay here a second longer. I dash into town hoping to find something that'll help her heal. At least that was my intention, but it's not like I've ever given first aid before. I'll just buy whatever supplies come to mind. Disinfectant, gauze, bandages, and painkillers. Oh, and better pick up something nutritious too. Can't really go wrong with that. Thankfully, I'm not short on money. It might be my inexperience speaking, but it's better to buy too much than too little. It's not like I know what I'll actually work on her. With that philosophy in mind, I end up buying every single thing I can think of. And he's swiping all over the place.
ちょっと、そこ、くすぐったい。
I ignore her carefree giggles and protests and instead try to apply the gauze as delicately as I can. The wound isn't that big. No, it may not be big, but it's at least 4 centimeters deep. A laceration across the abdomen like this would be fatal to any normal human.
こんなの全然大したことないからね。
Yeah, 4 centimeters, that's quite a bit. Like this deep or something. That would be pretty deep. That might already reach organ territory quite easily. Yet that's all she had to say about it. Showing is okay, dude, what do you mean? Her organs already healed up somehow. Honestly, that part is freaky, so I don't really want to think about it too hard. Since the bleeding had stopped, all I needed to do was dress the wound, though the process wasn't as smooth as I hoped it would be. I wasn't sure if disinfectant would do much on a wound as big as this, or if it might actually be counterproductive, but in the end I used some anyway, hoping it would help. I was a little afraid that she would thrash about how the antiseptic sting, but she sat through it quietly without so much as a flinch.
今何かしたの？
Well, I'm not sure if she's just thick-headed or indifferent to this kind of thing.
よし。
I apply the gauze to the wound and start neatly wrapping the bandages around it.
ちょっとやめてって。仕切ってはうますぎ。
Her gleeful laughter rings through the room. You don't flinch at all from the antiseptic, but the bandages feel ticklish. I ignore her till I manage to pin the bandages. I've heard that tightening them around a wound can stem bleeding, so I give them one final tug for good measure.
もう今のは減点だよ、式。
Oof. Phew, looks like I've done all I can for now. The curtains are closed again. I shut them when I returned out of concern for her.
さて、格好だけはつけてみたけど、どうかな？動けるか、アルクエイド。
ええ、動く分には問題なさそう。中身はまだぐちゃぐちゃのままだから満足には動けないでしょうけど。
Yeah.
そうか。ま、それはそっちの方で何とかしてくれ。俺は切るのが専門で、直すのは管轄外
He
だ。
cut, but he don't fix much. I take a step back and sit myself down against one of the walls.
お疲れさん、もう寝ていいぞ。
What even is that, Varisi?
眠って力が戻ればすぐに治るんだろ。見張っててやるから、おとなしく寝ていてくれ。
寝ても傷は回復しないわ。式も言ったでしょ。睡眠で回復できるのは疲れだけだ。
What the hell is buttermilk? That sounds kinda gross, not gonna lie.
私の場合ね、力は純粋な時間経過で回復するものなの。夜になればとりあえず普通に動けるぐらいには回復するわ。
She can tell me she's fine all she wants, but it tugs on my heartstrings to see her suffer like this. You never had buttermilk? No, I didn't even know that's a thing. That's crazy. Why would you have milk and butter? What the hell? That sounds, again, very gross and weird to me. I had no idea that was a thing, I swear.
いいから眠ってくれ。今のお前、話しているだけで辛そうじゃないか。
Is milk made from yogurt? Wait, maybe I know what it is then. We have a different word for it then. No, it's a different thing. Yeah, it's a different thing, I think.
そうだけど、せっかく式が起きてるんだもの。
Why is it called buttermilk though?
眠るのがもったいなくて。
What's she thinking? She sits on the bed again. She's in full-on chatty mode.
たく。
Or more get to know each other. There's no fighting it. I've still got some things I want to know anyway, so I guess we might as well talk for a while.
アルクエイド、昨日のホテルのことを聞いていいか？
そうね。やっぱりそういう会話になるわよね。私と式の場合。
昨日のあいつ、ブローブとか言っていたけど、あいつは一体何なんだ？吸血鬼なのはわかる。仰々しい服とか、お前よりよっぽどらしかったからな。
True.
けど。
Then again, There were those blue flames of his that engulfed the hallway that but burned only humans. That's totally removed from my image of a vampire. Voice crack.
私よりらしいって何よらしいって。でも確かに四季の言う通りか。あいつ体も崩れていないし原理も小規模だったし、人間が思い描くオーソドックスな吸血鬼なんでしょう。あの炎の川を覗けばね。
それだ。やっぱりお前から見てもあの日は異常なのか。あいつは。
She heaves a sigh tinged with annoyance.
そりゃあね、誰かさんに殺されてしまった私はあんな二流の人と戦いをするレベルまで落ちてるわ。今の私とブローブのスケールを比べるならあっちの方がやや上ってところ。
そうか。普段のアルクエイドならなんとか倒せる相手なんだ。
なんとかって普段なら戦いになんてならない。もう誰のおかげでこんな屈辱に耐えていると思ってるの？あんな祖になりたての見習い、本当なら睨むだけでぺしゃんこにできるんだからね。
That's unfortunate. Oops, she's angry now. That said, I'm not asking how strong she'd be in a hypothetical situation. I need to know if she's able to defeat that vampire the way things are.
できないわ。今はブローブの方が上だもの。単純な性能で下回っているんだから、無策で戦えば殺されるわ。
So normally she'd be able to easily crush him, but because of the resurrection thing, she's now not even the same level, but just straight up weaker and would lose? Oh wow. That was a big demerit for her then.
随分きっぱりと言うんだな。さっきはあんなに怒ったくせに。
ただの事実よ。分かりきった話なんだから予断も希望も挟まないわ。
The impact of her words reverberates through my chest. Seems she is dead serious when it comes to fighting. Seeing her talk so coolly about death just reminds me that she's a vampire all over again.
まあ、四季の言いたいこともわかるけどね。
20% reserve? I mean, must be some drastic change because of the way she was talking about it.
あの炎は確かに厄介だし、ブローブ本体の力も上司にふさわしいものだし、私に少しでもあいつの知識があれば多少の戦力差は覆せるんだろうけど。
Power gap.
アルクエイドはあいつを知らないのか？
How can she not know him? Didn't she come here to kill this Castellan in the first place?
私、吸血鬼に知り合いはいないわ。
Well.
知り合ったということは次の瞬間に殺しているということだもの。今回みたいに顔を合わせたのに別れた、なんていうのは特例よ。
Interesting.
でもあいつの方はお前を知ってるようだったけど。
初対面
famous.
私は吸血鬼たちに知れ渡っているから、あっちが勝手に知っていただけ。
It's kind of interesting that they're not always like normally one would assume, oh, they're all vampires, they must be, you know, allies, you know, they're all working together, but it's definitely not that simple in this universe, I guess. Seems to be very much the opposite, if anything.
でも名前や素性だけは知っている。歴史を重ね、得意な能力を保有する個体ほど名前が知れ渡るのは当然でしょ。ブローブはその逆。まだ名もつけられていない新参者なんでしょうね。多分、そうになって200年ぐらい。
It sounds so funny when you listen to this like from a human POV, like, oh, he's pretty new. He's only been around for like 200 years, you know? Ah, it's like, what a fledgling. He's still, you know, just, he's a little baby.
またその単語か。祖ってのは何なんだ？
まあ、吸血鬼たちの王様みたいなものかな。四季には関係のない話よ。
Surely not.
関係あるだろ。要は城主ってやつのことか。あのゾンビたちを操ってる親玉というか。
上司と祖は必ずしも同じじゃないわ。強力な人ほど上司になりやすいだけで、上司はいわば地方領主みたいなものなの。
Right.
祖はその上、領主たちを輩出するさらに上の吸血鬼。
The big ones.
人たちの世界は27の勢力に分けられているの。27の
27?
国があると思えばいいわ。
That's kinda crazy.
その国を滑る、あるいは国そのものとされるのが祖と呼ばれる古い吸血鬼、使徒の頂点に立つ者たちよ。
27 kingdoms and 27 rulers. Makes sense to me. I guess even vampires vie for power, just like humans do.
待てよ、それとんでもない相手ってことじゃないか。
まあそうね。ブローブはまだ未熟者だけど、それでもあなたたち人間から見れば災害と変わらない。
And the power levels are all over the place.
昨日のホテルもそうよ。あいつは1階から最上階までやってきただけだった。人間なんて殺す気はなかったし、心底どうでもいい存在だった。でもそれだけで人間は死ぬ。あの炎はあいつがいるだけで発生する
They
呪い
just
のような
died
ものだ
because
か
they
ら。
were there. Unlucky, bro. He just has to exist for people to die around him? And he doesn't even care about humans? But doesn't that also mean that...
俺たちがホテルに逃げたから起きたことなのか。
Oh no, he's gonna get so much more guilt. Oh no.
ええ、私がいたからブローブはやってきた。
She confirms my fears. Vlov's presence might have been what killed all those people, but we were the ones responsible for bringing that disaster to their doorstep. Oh no. Were you able to see the red moon on March 3? I don't think so, no. I had no idea that was even happening. It'd be all too easy to blame Arcueid for everything. I'd have every right to do so as a human. She's just a vampire. She doesn't even care about human life. Vlov and her have that much in common. But then again, who was it that made it so she had to flee and hole up in a hotel somewhere? Who deserves the blame here? The answer is simple. There's only one person responsible for getting these innocent bystanders caught up in Vlov's flames. The only person is responsible for Arcueid's present state. I'm the person who killed her in the first place.
シキ、同じ間違いは繰り返さないで。弱い生き物から消えていくのは当然のことでしょう。
Wow, that's kind of surreal.
彼らが死んだのはいつの間にか自分の身を守れないように進化した人間という種全体の責任よ。
I mean, it's crazy to hear it from a human POV because we're supposed to be the ultimate species on Earth, right? But in a fiction level where there is like higher beings, she's not wrong, right? Like, it's actually crazy. They can apply the same logic to humans that humans apply to like ants and shit, you know? It's all perspective.
人が人を殺したというのなら確かに人間社会での罪になる。けれどこれは人間と人間外のものに起きた自然淘汰の一環よ。あなた個人の責任なんて思うのは傲慢だわ。
True.
傲慢って俺が。
ええ、あなたが人間の代表ならそれでもいいけどね。いい？例えば山の話。そこには肉食獣たちのコミュニティがあった。彼らの食事には人間も含まれていた。そしてある日、その事実を全く知らない人間たちがやってきて、彼らを残らず自分たちの営みのために全滅させた。この場合、どちらに罪があるというの？人間から身を守れなかった彼ら？それとも彼らを皆殺しにした人間？
それは。
Her parable shakes me out of my self-loathing. It wasn't a fable she made up to comfort me, but the laden with scorn and disdain. Or one laden. The burden of guilt, the weight of life, something I, and maybe humanity in general, are overly concerned by. I understand what she's trying to say. In her story, neither the humans nor the beasts carry any sin. But what happened was simply nature, the way of the world. The only fault lies with the species unable to ensure their own survival.
でもここは
A human world, a human city. This isn't a matter of humans being too weak or vampires being too strong. A city is a place where weaker humans can congregate for shelter and protection, to be stronger together. So it's fair for me to question my own responsibility in bringing a vampire into that sanctuary.
そう。私も間違ってたみたい。あなたは確かに殺人鬼にはなれない人ね。
なんだよその言い方。
What the hell?
俺が甘いっていうのか。
それ以前の問題。だからここではっきりさせましょう。シキ、あなたはこれからどうするの？吸血鬼と戦う？それとも逃げる？好きな方を選んで。私はもう強制はしない。見張り役の約束は昨日一日で完了よ。
She's asking me what I plan to do next? Isn't that already obvious?
でも覚悟をして。吸血鬼と戦うということは人間の枠から外れるということ。
I abandon my humanity, Jojo.
あなたたちがどれだけ犠牲になってもそれを自分とは関係のないことだと思えなければあなたは必ず破綻する。それが間違っていると思うのなら昨日までのあなたに戻りなさい。それが人間という種の一番正しいあり方だから。
Her sharp gaze pierces right through me. I know what I should do. If I want any chance of living a normal human life, I should run. Out of all my options, distancing myself holds the best outcome for me. But... Flashbang! What about her? What's best for her? No, I shouldn't be thinking about her. I should be putting myself first. If I stick around here, with her, I'll undoubtedly run into that monster again. He was out of this world. Not just as a vampire, not just because of his flames. His very eyes were void of normality. That dead-end stare, bereft of emotion. Cold to all things. A creature who cares nothing for the lives of humans, or even those of his vampire brethren. There's no way I could face him again. Having nearly been killed once already, I know that fact in my very bones. I've got to refuse. I have every reason to. No matter which way I look at it, this entire situation is way out of my league.
アルクエイド。俺は
But is that really the right thing to do? I'd be abandoning her. Arcueid, the woman who's weak and unable to even move around properly, all because of me.
俺は
I'm just running away from the monster that mercilessly burned his countless victims alive without so much as a second thought. Can I really pretend that never happened? Forget what I saw and live on as the only human survivor without even a pang of guilt? The lines. I'm the only one who can see the lines of death. Someone important once told me I was given these eyes because there might come a time when I'd need them. So the answer is obvious. I might not be able to rid myself of my doubts and fears. I'm not even sure I'll be able to make a meaningful contribution. But what I am sure of is that I want to do something.
シキ、
アルクエイド。お前の話は
I kind of like that it's seemingly not even a choice. I mean, I would have obviously picked the same thing as anyone.
どんなに相手が違う生き物だとしても、どんなに俺が無力だとしても、責任は同じなんだ。俺はやっぱり多くの人を見殺しにしたし、多くの人を見殺しにするのは嫌なんだ。だから今さら自分だけ逃げるなんてできない。
There you go. I sigh deeply and stare up at the ceiling. There we go. At least my resolve is finally rock solid.
吸血鬼を倒す。
Whoa.
それがあのホテルにいて自分だけ生き残った俺が取るべき責任なんだと思う。
Well, there you go. My affirmation is just as much for myself as it is for her. She sighs as if blaming herself for my decision. Oh.
そっか。じゃあ私は何も言わない。シキが一緒に戦ってくれるのは助かるしね。あなたならブローブなんて問題なく一撃で殺せるんだから。
I guess that's true.
いやそれは無理だろ。あいつの周り熱くて近づけないんだから。それ以前にどうやってあいつを見つけるんだ。
見つけるって、シキってほんと極端なのね。逃げないって決めたら今度はこっちから攻めに行こうだなんて。
なんとなくそう思っただけだ。極端の化身みたいなお前に言われたくない。
True.
私は効率重視なだけよ。まあいいわ。言っておくけど、ここからは持久戦だから。一番確実な戦法は、私の体力が戻りきるまで逃げること。あと3日もすれば、私の規模は3割ぐらいまで回復する。それだけの出力があれば、私一人でもブローブを倒しきれる。
Mm.
3日？いや、でも。
ええ。その3日間、ブローブは野放しよ。あいつは地下に潜って人間から血液を補充する。それだけじゃない。
Mans is not gonna be
あの
sleeping
様子からす
around.
ると、夜の街を徘徊するかもしれない。あいつ、正気が欠けていたし、姿を隠さないと教会に狙われるなんてセオリー、頭にないのかもね。
それはダメだ。あいつはいるだけで炎をまき散らす怪物なんだぞ。一日だって放っておけるか。
なら昼間のうちにブローブを見つけて殺すしかない。
I don't think she would even take it spicy. She seems reluctant of drinking human blood based on previous conversations.
でもそれには反対よ。大まかな場所は目星がつくけど、睡眠中の人ほど用心深いものはないわ。今の私たちじゃ返り討ちになる可能性の方が高いもの。
そんな奴の居場所に目星がついてるのにむざむざ見逃すっていうのか。
ええ、言ったでしょ。人間が何人ブローブの餌食になろうと私には関係のない話だって。
5% Felinuma. That's a classic. Classic. I swallow hard. I understand what she's saying. If we're to play it safe or even stand a chance at all, then it's better to wait for her to recover from her wounds and regain her strength first. But on the other hand, the more time we waste here, the more victims will fall right into Vlov's hands. Oh. Oh, shit. Well, there's a choice. Nope. Oh. I feel like top would be bad, even if it means like more victims happen. Because this is only until evening. I don't think that's that bad. I'm gonna not throw caution into the wind, and I'm gonna pick 2. I should at least wait here till evening falls. Let's do that. If it was like, I should wait like 3 days, then I'm like, maybe that's too much. But if it's only until evening, yeah, we can probably afford that. My heart says we can't allow Vlov to remain on the loose for another second. But that would be reckless. What was I even thinking? That I just can go out there, find him and kill him myself? That was just a scenario conjured up by my guilty conscience to tempt me into escaping reality. I need to keep a cool, level head if I really want to defeat that vampire. And if I really want to reduce the number of casualties, then we have to stick it out for now. But even so, 3 days feels like a lifetime.
アルクエイド、俺が見張りをする義務は昨日で終わりって言ったよな。
言ったけど、何よ、やっぱり怖くなった？
いや、そうじゃないんだ。ここからは義務じゃなくて協力になるなら、俺の頼みも聞いてほしい。俺はお前の言う通りにする。お前の指示に従う。盾は無理でも、ナイフぐらいはこなしてみせる。だからその代わり。
その代わり
？3日は待てない。今夜、奴を誘い出そう。
That's called a compromise. Meeting in the middle.
あなた、本気？
She peers at me skeptically, as if asking me whether or not I have a death wish. I'm well aware it's dangerous, but I'm not planning to back down from this either.
冗談でこんなこと言い出せるか？
My man is steeled up.
俺だって死にたくない。だから聞かせてくれ。今夜まで休んだお前と俺の目でブローブは倒せるか？
The only one capable of making that judgment is Arcueid herself. If she says it can be done, I'll wager everything I have on those odds.
そうね。
That's a lot of
式が
faith,
私
man.
の言う通りに動いてくれるなら、私たちの方が強いかな。
Oh yeah, there was 2 people on a 100 stream streak. That's crazy. Holy moly.
でも、それでいいの？ 3日待った方が安全だよ。
分かってる。でも、これが俺のギリギリの許容範囲なんだ。それ。
まあ、それならいいけど。正直に言えば、3日間逃げ切れる可能性も低かったし。じゃあ今から路線変更。作戦会議ね。式はどこで戦いたいの？
You had a hand streak earlier too? You did? I don't really pay attention to the numbers on them too much because they pop up so many times. I just only now noticed because someone else commented that there's a 100 streak or 2.
いや、いいのか？
I'm genuinely shocked at how easily she let me have my way. I was expecting a lot more pushback after seeing how serious she can get about battle.
それならいいって言ったでしょ？私が3日間逃げ切れるのか？今夜
I
私
think
た
if
ち
you
で
watch
ブローブを
VODs
終わ
as
らす
well,
の
it
か？
can save a streak or something. Like you don't have to catch them live necessarily. Not sure how it works, but I've heard stuff about it.
どちらも同じ成功率だもの。違うのはあなたの生存確率だけよ。
そっか。ありがとう、アルクエイド。
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be for multiple, yeah. It would have to be 1 stream max or something, maybe.
私としてはおすすめできないけど。ほんと、式ってわかんない。
Dude, he's going crazy. I understand that my selfish request will make it harder to defeat Vlov with certainty. So I wasn't surprised that she looked a little dismayed by it. After all, she's all about efficiency. But I was surprised that she didn't reject it outright. I'm not sure if she did it to respect my feelings or if she just figured it didn't have much of an impact on her overall odds. Either way, I'm glad she agreed to side with me. Well, it's a plan.
じゃ、ちょっと小休止ね。お腹減ってるでしょ、式。さっきのおかわりいる？新しいの作ってあげよっか。
Well,
いや、自分で作るから。
yeah, maybe for the best.
冷蔵庫の食材だけ好きに使わせていただきます。
I feel bad for not trying it, but I don't possess the fortitude to stomach whatever heaping of ingredients Arcueid slapped together on a plate. Maybe if I were in peak condition. No, not even then. Vlov is already plenty dangerous. If a confrontation with him is inevitable, I better be off avoiding Arcueid's lethal cooking at the very least. Freaking lethal. Yeah, it's like Fire and Ice Part 2. Or was it Fire and Blood? Damn. I'm thinking of other stuff. I think it's Fire and Blood. I forgot, was it? Was that the title? I quickly cook up a simple meal before returning to talk to Arcueid. We've outlined a rough plan, now we just need to refine it. Cool. The main issue is the fire. Unless we manage to do something about that, neither her or nor I will be able to get close enough.
やっぱり奇襲しかないよな。あいつはお前が目的っぽかったし、アルクエイドにはおとりになってもらってブローブをおびき寄せる。俺は事前に隠れていて、あいつがお前に気を向けている隙に背後から襲いかかると。
It's a sloppy plan, but it's not like I can think of anything better. Though it still doesn't solve the problem of the fire.
基本はその流れでいいと思う。私がおとり、シキがとどめ。シキならブローブがどれだけ命のリザーブを持っていても関係ないしね。
他にも問題はあるぞ。俺はともかく、お前はあいつと正面から向き合うんだ。あの手みたいな炎はどうするんだ？
それは問題じゃないよ。一度受けてみてブローブの炎は3000度程度って分かったし、今から体を耐熱仕様に作り直しておけば耐えられる。
Yeah, it's only 3000 degrees. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna tough it out. No problem. Frickin' vampires over here. Just a casual 3000 degrees. Only around 3000? I'm pretty sure even rocks start smelting at that point. Yeah, probably.
周囲の炎はもっと簡単。
I'm surprised he's not starting to melt through the floor when he was in the hotel at that point either.
あれは地表にかかっているだけの軽度の汚染だから、シキが物陰から出るとき、ちょっと気合を出して吹き飛ばしてあげる。ホテルの時はシキが後ろにいたからできなかったけど。
It'll be a cinch, huh? It almost feels too simple, this slapdash plot of ours. But I should put some faith in the woman who saved me from him the first time.
だいたい決まりね。まず私が餌になってブローブをおびき寄せる。チキは事前に隠れておく。それでブローブがやってきたらちょっとだけ戦う。今夜の私の体力じゃブローブは倒しきれないけど、周囲の炎を消し飛ばして動きを抑えることならできる。
Douse the flames.
動きを抑えるって具体的には？まさかお前があいつに掴みかかって上から組み伏せるとか？
そんな野蛮なこといたしません。直接組み伏せるとか無駄すぎるし、今まで一度もしたことないし、する必要性が感じられないし。
そうか。じゃあどうやってブローブを抑え込むんだ？
場所によるけど、基本的には鎖かな。
Chains?
鎖？鎖ってあの鎖か？
ええ、ほらこんな風に。
Whoa, she legit has chains. What the hell? What the hell? A pair of chains just shut around my wrists. POV though. Where did these things even come from?
空中の元素を固定化したものよ。私、その形はイメージしやすくて相性いいの。
Oh, what the hell?
強度は、今なら1本あたり100トンぐらいまでかな。
Wow,
と
that's
に
a
か
lot
く
of
何十本
force.
と重ね掛けするから動きだけなら封じられる。鎖の拘束は手足をメインにして胴体と頭は控えめにするから、式はブローブの胴体の死を切ればいい。
わかったからこれ解いてくれ。取れる。ブローブの前に俺の両手がもげる。
Hey Mustang, how you doing? The chains dissolve into thin air, disappearing just as quickly as they appeared. And here we've got yet another example of how ridiculously overpowered she is. Meta statement. But if she can call these chains in and out of existence, then she should also be able to tie down Vlov.
とにかく私は戦いになったら隙を見て縄状のものでブローブの手足を縛る。完全に動きを封じられるのは10秒ぐらいだから、そうしたらシキは物陰から飛び出して正面からまっすぐ最短でブローブの線を立てばいい。大丈夫、シキの腕ならあっけないぐらい簡単に殺せるわ。
Surely.
正面からってお前。
She says it like it's nothing, but I don't feel quite as confident.
いや、経験していないことを目算に入れるのはやめよう。やっぱりさ、俺がなんとか背後から近づいてあいつの手足の線を切るよ。そうすればとりあえず自由を奪うことになるんだから。
That way she wouldn't even have to fight him. I'd like to save any fighting for if my ambush fails. I look at her to see if she approves of my plan.
シキ、それじゃああなたは死ぬわ。
Roro.
え？
これはどう行動すれば安全なのかの話じゃない。どうすれば死なないのかじゃなくて、どうやって殺すかの話でしょ。
それはそうだけど。
あなたはこれから吸血鬼を相手にするのよ。なら、今夜だけでも人間の道徳観念を捨てて、そんな荷物を持っていると、いざという時に体が重くなるだけだから。
Yeah.
それぐらい分かってる。相手が化け物だから俺だって手伝う気になったんだ。
いえ、シキは分かっていない。手足を切る？やめてよ、そんな自殺行為。手足を切る暇があるのなら、まず命を切りなさい。他の生き物ならともかく、あなたにだけはそれが
Yeah,
で
you
きるん
can't
だから。
half-ass it, bro.
いい？ブローブには反撃の機会を与えないこと。シキの利点は、相手に正体が知られていないことだけなんだから。
She leaves me with no room for objection. Her crimson eyes say it all. She's telling me that if I miss my first shot, there'll be no second chances. And she has a point. Every second I waste cutting through his limbs is another second during which he can engulf my body in flames and burn it to a crisp.
ブローブは夜になればやってくる。その時に私たち、いえ、私とシキであいつをこれ以上ないっていう形で殺すの。どう生き延びるかじゃない。どう殺すのか、それだけを考えなさい。
It's kinda rough, man. Her gaze is fierce with disapproval. She's really angry. Angry at the fact that I'm still being so naive about all this.
分かった。俺はためらわない。一息で奴の線を全部切る。それでいいんだろう、アルクエイド。
The ferocity in her gaze doesn't dim him for a second. At least her silence suggests that she approves of my new attitude.
でもどこで待ち受けようか。このマンションじゃホテルの時と変わらない。人気がなくて俺が隠れられるようなところは。
この町の中央公園が最適よ。深夜になれば人通りはないんだし。それでも通りかかってしまう人がいたのなら、それは純粋にその人に運がなかっただけの話でしょ。
Rough. Oh, the back shot though. She looks away and turns her back to me as she speaks.
なんだよ。言いたいことがあるなら言えよ。
無理よ。結局、シキは一度も殺すと口にしてくれない。
Kinda true though.
このままだと最後の瞬間で、あなたはきっとためらう。それで、あっけなく殺される。
そんなことあるもんか。相手は100人以上の人間を殺した化け物だ。殺すことにためらいなんてあるはずがないだろう。
She sighs softly.
シキを魔眼で魅了してしまえば、 確実にブローブを仕留められるのにね。
Hmm.
どうしてかな。初めてそういう気になったのに。
Dude,
初め
she's
て
conflicted.
そうする
Oh
のが嫌にな
no.
っちゃった。なんかすごい矛盾。
Hmm.
シキを信じるわ。二人でブローブを倒しましょう。
You just gotta believe, man. In a flash, her grim tone takes on its usual upbeat lilt again. Her eyes seem filled with trust, yet I can see concern creeping into her smile. I guess the plan is a go. Oh my. Mm-mm-mm. Is it nighttime now already? Oh, they're here! They're at the park! Oh shit. She and I have arrived at the park a little past 9 p.m.
大事なことだからもう一度だけ説明しておこうかな。長く生きた人にはそのあり方を武器にした懲罰能力がある。
Eminence, Nani?
吸血種に備わった基本的な能力とは別の、その個体が血を飲むことで持ってしまった、
Hmm?
特別な呪いみたいなものね。ブローブはその域に達している使徒よ。
Hmm.
使徒を倒すということは、その懲罰能力を破るということ。
So instead of noble phantasm, we have eminence art. Very similar, kinda. Does you all have a Gundam design? I did see a video. Like, dude, I'm kinda salty that they're getting a fucking crossbone Gundam and we still don't have an anime for that. Like, what the hell, dude?
あの炎を消す手段を獲得しない限り、人間
Where's
に
the
勝ち目は
anime,
ない。
man?
だから、私がブローブの呪いを壊すまで、シキはあいつに近づかないでね。
Our plan is simple. First, she will lead him here. She told me that vampires can sense one another's location unless they make an effort to conceal their biological wavelength or something. Apparently, Vlov isn't hiding his wavelength at all. Though Arcueid wasn't sure if that was because he doesn't want to or because he can't. Luckily for us, that means she'll know exactly when he approaches us and where from. Normally, she would hide her wavelength, but right now she's letting it go free, broadcasting her whereabouts and issuing a challenge to him. Trying to draw him like a moth to the flame. And with a bit of luck, the moth will fly straight into our proverbial zapper. Then all we'll have to do is follow through with the plan. I'll observe the battle from my hiding spot in the bushes, while Arcueid binds him with her chains. Then at the signal, I'll jump out and cut through his lines. She doesn't look nervous at all. If anything, she seems a little bored as her gaze lingers over empty space. I wish I could be that calm. I grip my knife tight in my pocket. It's a bit nerve-wracking. There are a lot of uncertainties in this plan. For one, it hinges on Vlov not noticing me while I hide. Arcueid told me that the chances of him noticing me were extremely low, but that doesn't mean they're non-existent. If he does notice me, I'll be done for. I'll be burned alive without any recourse, just like he did to so many within the hotel. Even so, I'm fine with those odds. I agreed to this plan knowing full well the risks involved. There's just one more major variable. What if Arcueid can't bind him? In other words, what if Vlov manages to beat her? I'd have to deal with him by myself. It'd come down to me and a single knife to defeat Vlov and save Arcueid. Can I even do such a thing? Can I face those flames alone? I don't think so. Just the thought of it makes me tremble. I tighten my grip on the knife, coiling my fingers around the handle so hard it hurts. An implacable fear wells within me. I can't even pin down what I'm afraid of.
怖いの、シキ。
Before I realize it, Arcueid is standing right in front of me. How pathetic. My quivering must have gotten pretty bad if she noticed.
ああ、めちゃくちゃ怖い。あの吸血鬼が近づいてくるかと思うだけでな。
ん？シキ、泣いてないけど？
必死に我慢してんだよ。わかれ、バカ。
She's so bad at reading the mood. I wish she'd have the slightest clue of what I'm feeling. Why is she the one who's looking hurt? She purses her lips, seemingly dissatisfied with my answer.
ところで、私もその吸血鬼なんだけど。
ああ、知ってるよ。何度も聞いた。
だから、吸血鬼である私が怖くないの？
Kinda true, I guess, yeah.
今までのあなたの定義からすると、生き物として嫌悪の対象になると
She
思うん
doesn't
だ
look
けど。
as scary. Clueless.
え？
I'm a little taken aback by her sudden remark. She's not entirely wrong, but...
なんか、お前は別。だって血を吸ったことないんだろ。ならいい。
Oh.
吸血鬼だろうとなんだろうと、俺たちに手を出さないでいてくれるなら、それでいいんだ。
なるほど。そういう考えもありなんだ。
I guess that convinced her. It's like her previous hang-up slid off her like water off a duck's back. Interesting analogy. Never heard that one before. Alright. The hands on the clock indicate it's now 10 p.m. According to her, this is when vampires start to get active. He's likely coming up above ground now. I don't know where he's holed up, but he'll notice her presence as soon as he wakes, and likely make a beeline for the park.
正気？
Her demeanor shifts. Her words drip with contempt as she turns away from me, peering north towards the station.
アルクエイド。
Ooh.
信じられない。あいつ、本当にその一人なの？
I follow her gaze over to the horizon. Is that smoke? Thick black smoke curls upward into the night sky. There must be a fire down to... Wait. A fire?
アルクエイド。あれ、まさか。
ブローブよ。無差別に人を襲って。
He's ignoring her, what?
正気が欠けている。なんて甘かった。あいつは死者と変わらない。血が足りなければ目の前の人間から補充する獣だった。
Wow.
文明社会。この時代の人間のルールをまるで把握していない。
The sound of a faraway explosion rings through the air. The smoke surges into the air with newfound intensity. This is bad. If he's moving through the downtown area, then this'll be on a whole other scale from the hotel. The numbers of victims alone would be at least in the thousands.
アルクエイド。
分かってる。急ぎましょう、シキ。
Oh, dude, this is a thumbnail shot and a half as well. Look how freaking determined she looks. And we have the park on the background so people will know scenes as well. Surely. Boom. Great shot. Beautiful. We run for the station. Just what the hell is going on over there? Uh-oh. Oh, is that a crypt? He awakes in agonizing pain. His screams pierce the air. There was a loud grinding noise, like a piece of metal getting caught in a blender. His cries are horrific, otherworldly. Bro, why? So horrific they even make his minions tremble. He writhes and flails and lashes about, but none of his protests numb the pain enveloping his entire being. The skin at his fingertips splits and cracks. Acid oozes from within his bones, melting and gnawing at his body from the inside out. His heart shrivels and corrodes from the necrosis, only to regenerate again, forcing him to prolong his own suffering. What is going on with my guy? An unending cycle of torture, doomed to last as long as he lives. His only escape would have been death, but even that salvation was stolen from him long ago. Those are some guttural sounds, dude. He doesn't remember why he abandoned death. He doesn't remember when it was that death became such a distant concept. All he knows is suffering, cold, pain, heat, fear. His mind is filled with nothing but animalistic screams. He knows what he came to this land in pursuit of something. To kill something. He left the women he loved behind and crossed the turbulent waters. This is his last chance. He is prepared to reclaim it all, leaving himself no hope for a return journey. The only question is how much remains for him to recover. Day by day, sanity is stripped from his mind. Day by day, the curse consumes his body. Was this fate bestowed upon him as punishment for crimes committed in some distant past? Not even he remembers. He's already forgotten so many things. Whatever it is he yearns to take back, his sanity is no longer on the table. Sanity was lost to him long ago. Sanity can never be found again. So he would definitely have a rank of madness enhancement, right? For sure. His wealth and assets, too, were lost when he traversed the oceans. And now there is no way for him to return to his homeland. The only way for him to survive is to turn this foreign land into his second domain. That's me when I get, when I'm about to hit a hole-in-one in golf and someone fucks me in the ass. Yet his past, his future, they matter not. At this moment in time, he craves but one thing: blood. His throat is freezing, his skin is parched, his soul hungers. He needs warm blood as soon as possible. He desires to bathe in it as soon as possible. Questions like where he is or what he's doing pale in the face of such fervent longings. He walks through the darkness. Zombies obediently fall in line behind him, marching silently along. Ooh. Oh, the city, oh no. The metal box carries him to the surface, where he creeps outside into the brightly lit streets. That very instant. Oh no. The flames. Azure flames spill out, flooding the area around him like a ripple on a lake. But everyone's dead. The humans in the vicinity had no way of sensing the impending danger. Shrouded by a blue haze, he mindlessly steps out onto the crosswalk, ignoring the blinking traffic lights and the van that threatens to crash into him. Meanwhile, his ghoul sees innocent passerby left and right, grabbing them by their shoulders and taking them to the ground. A plethora of horrific noises follow, the crunching of bone, the devouring of flesh. And though the people scream and cry, none of them flee. By the time they realize this terrible reality has befallen them, they have no recourse. The van collides with the strange man, but at the moment of impact it is split down the center. In less than a minute, those caught by the ghouls are reduced to pitiful scraps of flesh. Flames fan out through the area, scorching the legs of those trying to escape until they are little more than charred stumps. Their wriggling torsos remain behind as fodder for the ghouls to feed on. Hell's pandemonium given life on Earth. That's a kind of a chills quote. In the middle of the pandemonium, the man regains a glimmer of reason. He squints at the dazzling lights around him. Though his thoughts are still drenched in his own pain, the sight stirs disgust within him, providing a brief moment of clarity. Do they remind him of the sun or something?
なぜこの街はこれほどに明るい。汚物はすべからく隠すもの。ことさらに見せつけるのがこの土地のあり方か。
Before him is a vast cornucopia of humans. Normally, he would feast and drink till his gut was brimming with rich, warm blood, but the urge to do so does not strike him now. How can this land be called fertile if the humans inhabiting it have tainted it so?
人間は多い。血には困らない。
Oh my. The azure flames surround the living dead. They engulf the ghouls, changing their very being and rewriting their composition. They become a type of undead fueled by flame. In exchange for their swollen strength, their lives will quickly burn out like candles.
だがこの豚たちの血にはそそられない。
His physiological disgust only amplifies his curse. Blue flames spill out from his being, rushing across the asphalt like a river bursting free from its dam. There it finds and claws and devours all living things. Hmm.
結論として無意味だ。
The seared human fruits burst and spew their warm juices as he tramples over their flesh. He accepts their offering with head bent in distaste, an act tantamount to being showered in vomit. But what other choice does he have? If he were not bathed in this disgrace, his body would not move. Those teeth, though.
俺には無意味だ。
The burning zombies fall back into line behind him like a ghastly parade. He does not remember what he was chasing, but until he remembers, there is only one thing for him to do. A much-needed service that he is to provide. He sneers, thinking how these humans ought to suffer and die. Yes, this bloated den of humanity deserves a wretched end. Oof. It's brutal, bro. Oh my. The town is in chaos. People crowd the streets as they push and pull to escape the mayhem. The fire in front of the station is visible from here. An emergency broadcast plays on the large digital displays on the sides of the buildings. A fire has broken out at the north exit of Soya Station. All trains heading in and out of Soya have been temporarily suspended. People in the downtown area are currently running for their lives. The broadcast switches over to a news presenter interviewing a young girl. She's wearing a high school uniform. It seems she only just managed to slip away from the fire.
暑いのね。なんでこんな暑いの。友達が食べられた。私の腕もなんか。死んだのに動いているの。燃えてるのに笑ってるの。
Her voice is panicked, driven delirious by the dire situation. This is kind of way crazier than normally in like Nasu when it comes to like normies, right? Normally, normal like people don't really get involved with stuff like this a lot, but this is, I mean, there's no hiding this at this point anymore, right? After the hotel thing, some other smaller incidents, and now this, right? Like this is some major involvement at this point. The fire spreads relentlessly and the entire neighborhood has been urged to evacuate. But even with those orders in place, the main street is full of people. They gather and draw together, spurred by curiosity. From a distance, they watch the fire unfold, filming and sending messages to update their friends and family. The road to the station has already been blocked off. Fire prevention, perhaps? No, it's too soon for that. There's still too many people in the area to be blocking it off like this. Sus? It's almost like they're trying to keep whatever is inside from escaping. We aren't getting through this way.
シキ、こっち。
Arcueid seizes my hand. Without another word, she tugs me along, guiding me through the mass of onlookers drawn by the fire. Whoa.
待てってば。こんなところに来てどうするんだ。
She let go of my hand. She slowly scans the wall of the nearest building.
うん、これならいけそう。
Nani?
二人で飛ぶのは初めてだけど、この高さなら問題ないはず。
She's gonna princess carry his ass. Oh shit. Legs moment.
は？
She doesn't hesitate for a second. She grabs my arms as if to secure me.
上まで飛ぶわ。しっかり捕まってなさい、シキ。
Oh shit. There's like Archer Rin moment. But the opposite. Oh, oh. Ooh. Damn. Oh, it's a CG as well. Wow. We're flying. No, we're jumping. Arcueid leaped against the wall, bouncing off it and onto the next multiple times until we found ourselves soaring above the rooftops and high across the skies. With me in tow, of course. We're so high up I'm gonna lose it. How high are we even? We're above the buildings, so this is what, 40 meters higher? A 20-meter high roller coaster is enough to give me a heart attack, and this has gotta be double that, all with my feet dangling over open space.
シキ、黙ってないと下噛んじゃうよ。
Wow, okay, dude. She tilts her head at my screams, but having said that, her movements only grow more turbulent. She jumps from building to building, bouncing off the rooftops like she were a rabbit hopping around the moon. Interesting analogy there. Clueless. My expression tightens as my body is subjected to forces unimaginable. But just as I'm beginning to enjoy the experience, we come to a full stop. Oh. Hello. We're atop a tall building that provides us a panorama of the city. A rooftop garden concealed from unwanted eyes, yet here we stand.
お前、なんて無茶を。
The abrupt and up and down movement has heaving me to catch my breath. My chest hurts. I'm sure the blood pressure spike was bad for my heart. And even though there was no change in air pressure, my whole body is rigid from coming to such an abrupt halt, like I've got the bends.
見て、あそこよ。
見ろって、何？
I don't manage to finish the thought. For a moment I even forget about my racing heart. Whoa, it's right in front of them. It's all on fire. Our city, this place that I know so well. Its familiar buildings are awash in a sea of flame. My eyes adjust to the sight, and I see the tragedy play out in full view. Main Street is veiled in hues of red as the fire colors the town. The flames whittle away the surface of the buildings like a knife. Oh, look at that CG as well. Just standing there, raining blood and guts and shit. Oh my. An unholy river of flames with that man at the center of it all, basking in the rain of blood as he sates himself. There are silhouettes spread out in front of him. Police officers have him surrounded on all sides to stop his onslaught. Oof. The muzzles of their pistols flash as they all fire on cue. Vlov doesn't flinch in the slightest. He likely hasn't even noticed the police's presence. More silhouettes step out from behind the flames, behind the monstrous man. Flaming zombies. Some of them may have been alive mere minutes ago, but now they're little more than shambling corpses. They approach the police officers, as if begging for their help. Oh. That's bad. Utter disbelief coats my voice. It's too late to turn back now. All the urgent bravado I had for this mission was bleached away by the sight of the town. But yeah, I do wonder how long is this segment still? Because we could potentially do some overtime before Armored Core, because this is pretty hectic right now. The only thing left is pure horror. It's very long? Ooh. We're probably gonna pause soon then, yeah. Even if it's gonna be blue balls, unfortunately. So this is a vampire's true power. A power that enables him to kill people just by existing. And we're supposed to defeat him? Yo, okay, there's the thumbnail shot right at the end, dude. Okay, it's even better. It's a new one. Okay. Fine, I'll definitely use this one. Look how resolute she is. Keyboard, wake up. Oh. There we go. Cool.
ここまで見境なしならそろそろやってくるはずだけど、やっぱりこの国には赴任していない。でもその割にはきっちり交通規制はしているし、ここの大公社、実戦派じゃなくて制服組なのかしら。
Really now? Her focus lies elsewhere, away from the river of flames. She seems to be on guard for something else.
さあ、どうしようかシキ。見ての通り、ブローブはあの状態よ。私を探し出そうとする理性すらなかったただの殺戮者。
He's gone crazy.
あのまま放っておけば、あいつは血を消耗して弱体化する。ブローブの存在規模から言ってこの町は燃え尽きるだろうけど、その後なら私一人でも倒せるわ。
Probably not worth it.
楽をして傍観をする？それとも
I know what she's saying. Do I want to brave the danger to save these lives? She must already know my answer, but she's still checking my resolve one last time. A chill crawls down my back, but I stare back with as much willpower as I can muster.
方針に変更なしなのね。
True.
これを見ても気が変わらないなんて、あなたもブローブのことは言えないかも。
Probably true as well.
でもどうするの？私はこのまま始めても構わないけど。
Starting? Is she saying she can change the location of the battle?
なんとかできるのか、あの状況。
うまくいけば、私も人目につくのは避けたいし。
頼む、今すぐあいつを叩き出してくれ。
了解。ならあいつごとそこに落とすわ。
Are they going underground? Oh.
あの下、なんか空洞みたいだし。
I guess he's been building some kind of a lair or something. Where we saw like people being imprisoned and shit. Take him below? A cavern? What is she talking about? Also, where's Dantes when you need him? Where's the king of the cavern? Never mind, this is the time to be asking questions. We've got to get him away from here as fast as we can. Oh, that's a good shot too. I'll go with the new shot. Ooh. And before my mind has time to catch up with all she said, she jumps. Wow! She abandons me on the roof and leaps into the void. Wow. Shit, dude. Oh, is it the shot? Oh shit. You stop it. I kind of want to see this though. This is a moment. Yeah, I want to see this. The music as well. There she floats like a beautiful pale flower caught in the breeze. Is this that shot? A flurry of air catches her body as she falls from the rooftop, unfettered from the chains of gravity, unanchored by nature's laws. Instead of falling, she rises gently. Like a ship in the wind, she sails across the night sky. Oh, there it is! Oh, it's the shot! Yo, dude, I can do the thing. It's the shot. I can't even be surprised. She's like an infant incarnation of the planet. Every fluctuation that plays across its surface belongs to her. All of nature's blessings, all its fury, that which nurtures life and that which destroys it, both are hers to wield, to embody. Oh. The beautiful flower swivels her body away from the moon. Her attention shifts from the skies to the ground. It is time for her unbound chains and coiled up anchors to slam into the ground. Below her is the concrete castle, spewing sparks of flame.
せーの
Ooh. The flower that bloomed in the night sky transformed into a falling star. The moon lily becomes a tempest to blow away the conflagration. Stopping here. Yeah, it's such a blue balls, I know, dude. Yeah. Oof. She's a human missile. She must have fallen from a height of some 80 meters in the sky to hit Vlov. No, not fallen. It was calculated. She launched herself right at him. After adjusting her trajectory midair, she accelerates toward her target with missile-like precision. Dirt and debris erupts in a cloud around the impact site. A massive storm of dust sweeps the area. Even the ever-expanding river of fire is snuffed out in one fell swoop. The police officers that surrounded Vlov are sent flying backwards by the blast. Most of them are instantly put out of commission. Those who were knocked out are too overcome by fear to mount any sort of resistance. A perfectly natural response. Man, there's some high budget for a VM. Yeah. The dust settles, unveiling the scene below, or what's left of it anyway. Her attack didn't just take out Vlov, she plunged into the earth and shattered through its surface, taking a section of the station's north exit and a good chunk of the shopping district down with her. So this is what she meant when she said she'd take him down. The crater has got to be at least 40 meters deep. It feels like I'm witnessing some spectacle of nature on par with the Amazon rainforest or Niagara Falls.
少しは加減しろあのバカ
Of course, this isn't praise.
あーでもすごいなクソ偶然かそれとも計算か
From my vantage point on the rooftop, I don't spot any casualties. Police officers outside of the blast zone come rushing in to tend to their unconscious brethren. They then set out to withdraw from the area. As a result, the vicinity is completely cleared of human life. She's one hell of a force to be reckoned with. What's that? Was that Vlov's fire? Maybe Arcueid missed her target or he managed to dodge just in time. Either way, he's still alive. What a monster, surviving a blast like that. But something is chasing him down within the flames. Ooh. A burst of white flashes from within the cloud of dust, pushing back against him. You're gonna come in after me, okay? Her words echo in my mind. There'll be time to think later. For now, I've got to get down from here. Ooh. I make for the stairs. I cut through the lock on the door with my knife. I hurtle down the stairs by the glow of the emergency lights. My resolve and my breathing are both rendered wild and ragged as I speed downwards. All I have to do is sever his lines. First, Arcueid will fight him and bind him with her chains. Then it'll be my turn. I'll run up to him, cut his lines, and chop him to pieces. What she did just now was truly amazing. It's no wonder she insisted she could restrain him. That said, Vlov is still alive and well. There's a chance that Arcueid underestimated him. And if she did, her wounds put her at a disadvantage. Worst case scenario, I'll have to face him alone. No, that won't happen. We didn't plan for the worst because there was never any need to. Because if she were defeated, there'd be no option for me but to run anyway. At last, I make it to an elevator. I throw myself inside and slam the button for the first floor. There's no more time for doubts. Even if there was, I'm way too deep to voice them. I try to take a deep breath and check myself over. Good. Still in one piece. Body still moving. The only parts that feel stiff are my fingers. They're gripped so tightly around my knife that they don't even feel like they're part of my own body. Ooh. Is this fear I'm feeling? Ooh. Is this the stopping point? Oh man, it is blue balls, but yeah, because apparently this section is long, but oh man. Oh man. Keep going. I don't know what's a good stopping point. Oh, and I kind of feel bad if we were cucking armored core. It is an exciting part, yeah. Ooh. It's probably just gonna keep on going, isn't it? For a good long while. We might have to blue balls here. Ooh. Like, how long is it? I assume it's quite long, based on what people said earlier. Quite pretty long. It's pretty long. Okay, yeah. We can hopefully do... It's 4 hours at least. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Wow. I think we should pause here then. And then figure out what to do next time. 6 inches, thanks. That's what I'm feeling right now after that segment. That was crazy. Wow, okay, yeah. I'm gonna fall. I know it's blue balls. I know, especially for stream people. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, I know it's blue balls. I get it. But we have another game as well. And don't worry, it's gonna be a weekly thing. It's fine. We'll be back. But hey, cliffhangers, that's more, you know, that's how you get people to keep watching. Oh my god. I'm excited too, don't get me wrong. I want to see where this ends up as well. Wow, okay, there you go. It was a slow start, but man, did it escalate quickly. Holy moly, we got the shot, the shot. Wow, it's crazy. Cool stuff, man. Okay, so there you go. This will conclude part 7 of the Tsukihime remake Let's Play. So if you're watching this on YouTube, smash that freaking like button. Let me know down in the comments how you're enjoying the series. And again, I'm glad to see people are asking for more, because I do want to keep playing more, and I do plan to, so stay tuned. You will get more until we finish the damn thing. Also, subscribe not to miss out on more, because there's no way I'm not gonna play this next week as well after this. Well, I mean, it was the plan anyway, but yeah, especially now. Shout out to my patrons on the screen right now for supporting the channel and being nice people. And otherwise, hey, have a great rest of your day, wherever you're at, where you're watching this, and see you in part 8. Can't wait. Bye-bye.